Hi everybody. I bet y'all thought I was lost out in the wilderness or something. I haven't been around much, at least not on video, and really haven't been in the chats much. I promise I've been watching, and I watch you guys chat sometimes, but there's so many people in those chats sometimes, I just can't keep up. And at the end of the day, when I've been staring at a computer all day, it's just kind of hard to get into it sometimes. But I do try to pop in and say hi sometimes. So I haven't deserted you guys, I promise. But I also promised, as I've said before, I don't want to get on here and do videos just to hear myself talk. So I was thinking about doing another letter like I did back in October. And I still plan to do that. But I see my hair sticking up here. I went to church and then went to lunch with some friends, and when I came home, man, it was that after lunch sleepies, and I've just now pried myself out of the big round chair that I laid down in to come out here. It's so pretty. I hate I missed this beautiful day. I wanted to go hiking, check out some waterfalls, but I couldn't find anybody to go with me. So anyway, sorry, y'all know I get distracted very easily, and my dog's up here, so Miss Gypsy, she's up here eating dirt. She does that all the time. So sorry if I keep looking off. She catches my eye. So anyway, back to the letter. I still plan to do that, but I have been messaging with Pete Schwartz in the Gulag, and so I had mentioned to him doing a letter that, you know, I could get out to you guys and y'all could send out all over the place. One of the things that he has mentioned to me is that he feels like we really need to be focusing more on just getting them out of there. Not saying that the letters and things about the conditions in the jail or the treatment and stuff, not saying that they're not important, but the thing is that kind of thing is going to continue to go on until we get them out. And so he feels like that our focus should be getting them out of there. And so he agrees. He wants the 40,000 whatever hours of video released, but he wants it released to them and to the courts. He's afraid that, you know, they're going to release it just to the media and stuff, and then it's just going to be a tool for the Republicans to use, just as the Democrats used it for their favor. So anyway, but he sent me this letter, and I told him I would read it on a video, and I have put it in a Word document, and I will post that below. I know some of you have had problems when I've done stuff like that before. If you can't open it or something, just comment and I'll send it to you another way or something like that. I'll put my email in the description, so if you can't open it, you can email me, and I'll try to send it in a different format. So anyway, this is the letter that Pete wrote to whoever you want to send it to. Congress particularly, media, whoever, just everybody. So, Congress or whomever, I am an incarcerated J6er being held hostage in the D.C. jail. I have been here for over 2 years now without due process rights, without ever having the chance of bond, and no chance of being free, in spite of the fact that I was entrapped by my own government and I'm innocent of all charges brought against me. I was charged and convicted in a sham trial in which I wasn't allowed to see all the evidence against me, nor was I permitted the evidence that would prove my innocence. I hear people repeatedly virtue signaling about those of us charged with violence versus nonviolent charges. However, I was convicted of 4 counts of assault with a deadly or dangerous weapon without there being any victims to say who was assaulted. I was also convicted of obstruction of an official proceeding, even though I was not on Capitol grounds when they went into recess, nor did I even enter the building. I was not even guilty of any of the thought crimes that so many others were accused of. There are only 3 issues that Congress needs to be addressing. Anything else is a middle-of-the-road cop-out that pleases the Democrats and pacifies the concerned Republicans. The 3 issues make up the acronym DIE, DIE. Number 1 is due process, number 2, innocence, and number 3, entrapment. Congress holds the evidence of entrapment that could free us, but they are withholding it and therefore complicit in my wrongful incarceration. Please worry about our freedom over public opinion. Releasing the 44,000 hours of footage, more than 30,000 of which I wasn't allowed to use to defend myself in trial, might be good for publicity, but public opinion will not restore the life that has been taken from me. There's a lot more evidence that Congress is withholding from us that could free us, besides just that footage. There's the evidence of Chalupa flying in professional Ukrainian Nazis to agitate at Jan 6th. The text and emails calling for reduced security from Nancy Pelosi to her sergeant of arms, and much more evidence of government entrapment. The definition of entrapment is simply, whose mind did the crime occur in first? And by not releasing this evidence, Congress participates in keeping us wrongfully incarcerated. This is a travesty against the people who supported you, and we, the people, know the truth. Please free the innocent political prisoners being held by an illegitimate regime. We have also taken note at how many times we hear calls for us Jan 6th defendants to be held accountable to the fullest extent of the law, as if the time I've already served isn't enough, even if I was guilty of spraying someone with mace, which I'm not, versus the weak and feeble calls for accountability for Antifa and BLM, actual terrorist organizations who did actual violence and damage. The double standard isn't just coming from the left. The people we supported have called for us to get maximum sentences 10 times more frequently than they have ever called for any accountability from left-wing riots. The double standard is astounding. Please demand our release. Please stop saying that there's no fair jury in D.C. out of one side of your mouths, while acting like a conviction of assault, even with no victim, is worth giving me a life sentence out of the other side of your mouths. And most importantly, release the evidence that is being kept from us with which we could attempt to defend ourselves. I was incarcerated for nearly 2 years before I went to trial. I needed that exculpatory evidence. Please release us. Pete Schwartz, number 377185. So, you guys, please send this out. I hear a lot of people talking about unity and this and that. I don't care if we have complete unity, but if we can be unanimous in something, regardless of how we feel, that's what's going to do it. We're not all ever going to agree on everything, but we do need to get all on the same page, at least for specific moments in time. Get on the same page, and if everybody right now, just for now, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, whatever, send this letter out. Send this letter out to everybody you know, every Congress member, every senator, whoever, DOJ, marshals, media people, all of that stuff. Send it out to anybody you know. And the more they get, the more they will pay attention. So I have some other ideas about doing some things that I think might at least have a brief impact. Maybe I will share those another time. This is about his letter today. So I ask you guys to please share this on Getter and Truth Social, Twitter, or wherever you want to share it. If you don't want to share it with the video, that's fine. Just share the link for the letter and say, please share this. Everybody this week, send this letter. You can send anything else you want to. You can do whatever else you want to. But please send this letter for Pete and for all those other guys and women who are incarcerated. We've got to get them out of there. This cannot continue. It just can't. It's ridiculous. And you guys all know that I'm preaching to the choir. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here and see if I can get this uploaded and get the link in the description for you. And again, I'll put my email. If you have problems with the link, email me and I will try to send it to you a different way. If nothing else, I can copy and paste it into an email. So I hope you guys have a great night. I will be watching the vigil, even if I'm not in the chat. Although y'all probably won't see this before then because it's about that time, I think. Yep, it was 5:25. Stormtroopers, folks, get on there early. So anyway, whenever you see this, please share it out. I hope you all have a wonderful, blessed week. Thanks for watching.